From the Crush Studio in sunny Florida, this is the Disney Crush Podcast. And now your two tempests in a teacup, Dave and Toni-Ann.
On this week's The Disney Crush Podcast, we've got some big news, some Facebook, and some other silliness. We'll see where this conversation takes us. Episode 367 of the Disney Crush Podcast starts right now.
Toni-Ann, I don't want to be the spoiler now. You probably want to say it before I do, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. The big news. The big news.
What's the big news?
We've been doing this podcast for 7 years, and the big news is the Disney Crush Podcast is the number one Disney podcast out there.
It is, really? Is that true?
Well, for me, in my mind.
I was going to say, I don't know, Lou Mangello and...
No, we're like 1,464.
Okay, that sounds more like it. That sounds a lot more like it. So,
I always say we're a little fish in a big pond, but we'll take it.
Very big pond and very little fish. So, that's okay. I like it like that. I'm okay.
So, what's the big news, Toni-Ann?
Well, there's lots of news, David. You want to go in order?
Are we going to go in alphabetical order, or what kind of order are we going in?
I don't have alphabetical. I just have them listed here.
Okay, go for it.
Some new news at Epcot. Remy's Ratatouille Adventure now has a single rider line, and it started last weekend. I guess people didn't even know it was there, and the people that used it said they walked right on the ride.
Yeah, awesome. That's good.
Yeah, so I'm sure now that people know about it, it won't be quite as quick, but it's quicker than waiting in that 60-minute line, 90-minute line.
Mm-hmm. But that's the thing about Remy is that's kind of an intimate seating situation. In the rat car, it's little.
Yeah, it's 3 to a row, and when the ride first opened, there were like little partitions in the seat, like little butts.
Yeah,
out of the seat, and they got rid of those because they said because of the larger Americans. I guess in France they have the little partitions, but because Americans are larger than French people, they got rid of the partitions in the seats.
That had to be a big cost to them.
I don't know. Yeah, one day there were partitions and the next day there wasn't.
That's my point. That's a very intimate seating rate. Well, I guess they're all kind of intimate in a way.
I mean, you could sit next to somebody on It's a Small World, and
Yeah, I know. I guess you're right. I guess they're all kind of intimate. I mean, I say intimate. They're close quarters.
Or pirates, or Living with the Land.
What am I saying? I know.
Three Caballeros. Yeah,
but
I hate it when they put you with other people on Navi. Navi's like a little teeny boat. And if you're a couple, they might put another couple with you that you don't know, and that's a little tight.
We've been pretty lucky on that one where we can get away with it most of the time, but very rarely have they stuck someone with us. But it has happened. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in Test Track, I've rubbed shoulders with people on Test Track when they in the single rider.
Yeah.
When they put randos,
you get slammed around
in with us. Yeah.
Yeah. But whatever. I like single rider lines. And me, I'm always trying to talk to people and, hey, what's up?
Yeah, you are.
And they're looking at me like, okay, shut up, old man. Oh, be quiet. Quit talking to me, weirdo.
So we talked a few weeks ago when the new Premier Multipass went on sale. I said, Dave, I think people are going to buy it. A lot of people said nobody's going to buy this expensive Lightning Lane service. And I said, yeah, I think they are. And sure enough, this week it's sold out for the first time. Magic Kingdom and Hollywood, it's sold out.
Doesn't surprise me.
And next week, it's sold out for Thanksgiving for Magic Kingdom. And I think it's probably its highest price for Thanksgiving, wouldn't you think?
Oh, yeah. Definitely at the top tier.
Which is over $400 a person.
That's the 40% rule. The 40%ers are buying it all up. I mean, they got the money to go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So and then this morning, all of a sudden, it became available to everybody staying at Disney resorts, not just deluxe anymore. All-Star Sports, you can buy the Premier Pass. So,
is that going to make more people go to the moderate hotels now? You think, or no? Because if you got that kind of cash flow, you're going to still stay at.
Yeah, I think so. I think it makes it more in line with. If you're like Universal, I mean, you can stay at their more value resorts and buy their express pass, and it'd be similar.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to Olivia she went to Universal last week, I think it was.
Mhm.
Her and a friend, and they got the express pass. And
How much
so
was it? Do you know?
I don't know. Well, I'll talk to her, and I'll probably put that on a Patreon, or maybe we might
Okay.
make a show out of it.
Yeah, people enjoyed hearing from her.
Yeah, and we'll see how that. We'll find out from her how much it costs. I will say that she was glad she got it because she said she had no problem getting on. I don't know how crowded it was, but she said she ran multiple rides several times, and she had a good time. And I did the whole thing because I talked to her today actually, and I said, "Hey, I want to get you on the show about Universal." And she starts talking. I'm like, "Oh no, just save it." She's like, "All right, just call me." And I'm like, "Okay." I was supposed to call her today, but I got busy.
Aw. All right. And let me just see before we get to the biggest news, because I think we're going to talk about that for a little while. So, Dave, you're Mr. Carnivore. So I have to ask you, I saw this thing on Facebook. Oh, do you want to do an intro for Facebook?
I didn't know we were doing Facebook, but I just didn't know how we got from express passes and all that to carnivore. That was weird.
I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
On this week's The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly of Facebook. Are we talking about money or are we talking about carnivore? Stay tuned. Bing. King, king, king.
So, I'm in a lot of Disney groups, right? So,
yeah, how many? 999?
999.99. So this lady posts, and you see a picture of this lady with turkey legs, and then you see a picture of her standing in her kitchen with turkey leg bones. I went to Disney last week, and I froze what we didn't eat and made soup. The remaining bones will be used in the Instant Pot to make bone broth. Am I the only one? So whatever she didn't eat on her turkey bones, she put in a little plastic Ziploc bag and froze and brought home with her and made turkey soup and bone broth.
Hey, maybe she's a little frugal. I don't know. I don't know that I would do that, but I just buy the bone broth and stuff. But, I don't know. I mean, hey, good for her.
I think she probably is, in fact, the only one.
Yeah, but good for her. Hey, good for her. It's good for you. I drink it a lot, but I drink it because I cook and then I have what's left over and then.
So, Dave, is it the end of the pass holder magnets? Because they've got some new giveaways, but they're kind of not on the level of a magnet.
Well, oh man, how should I even? Well, here's the thing about magnets is have they run their course? Because people love them. People absolutely love them. But remember back in the day when they would do little things like at Epcot, if you went to Epcot 3 times a pass holders, you'd get like a really cool cup or a glass
that
cup.
my son broke my pass holder. Yeah.
Somebody that we know, I think my nephew, Joey, broke one of ours. But
your nephew Dominic broke mine. So there you go.
Well, we still have one. I have one left. But that was cool. They were etched and
they had that wooden cutting board they gave away that one year.
Yeah. See, that's right. But that's the thing is that was an incentive for you to go. And that was a smart marketing. And they do it kind of with the magnets too. They only put them out for a certain period of time and in a certain part. So it makes you want to go get it. And they did that for Epcot. So I think it was 3 times you had to go to Epcot 3 times or something.
Well, for the premium gifts like the glasses and the cutting board, but for the magnets you just have to go once.
Right, but that's what I mean. They used to do it. 3 times. But they stopped doing that. I
have noticed they've moved some of these giveaways to Animal Kingdom because I think Animal Kingdom has the lowest attendance. So that's why I think they've moved some of these giveaways from Epcot to Animal Kingdom.
I don't know. I don't think they're going to get rid of the magnets, though. Do you?
I don't know, but some of our friends got these stencils and recipe cards in the mail, and it had Tiana and Jack and Miguel from Coco and Alice in Wonderland, and they were recipes that went along with them. And in the middle of the card is Snow White, and people all thought that Snow White was missing. I didn't get a Snow White in my packet. Well, it turns out you weren't supposed to get a Snow White in your envelope because they're giving away the Snow White recipe card and stencil from December 8th to December 18th at Creation Shop. An exclusive recipe card and 2 silicone baking stencils available exclusively at Epcot.
So no magnet.
No magnet, that you're getting a baking stencil and a recipe. Now, I did not get these stencils and recipe cards in the mail.
I did not either.
And I still have never gotten a regular pass holder magnet since they changed to the new style. I have never gotten one. I was given one by a friend who had extras, but I've never received a pass holder magnet in the mail since they changed to that gold colored one.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense what they're doing because I hear a lot of that. And I know that our mother-in-law, who used to be a pass holder years ago, they sent her magnets in the mail and we didn't even get any. And she wasn't even a pass holder anymore.
She wasn't a pass holder anymore. Yeah, I remember that when that happened. So on top of the stencils at Epcot, same dates, December 8th through December 18th at Chester and Hester's Dinosaur Treasures in Animal Kingdom, they are giving away new Mufasa the Lion King postcards, 5x7 postcards with beautiful artwork on them. So, yeah. Well, Michael's excited about this new Mufasa movie. He made me write it on the calendar.
I am too. I love Lion King, and we saw the previews to the new one, and I'm hoping it's going to be good. You never know with Disney. It could either be a flop and not so good, or they could. No, I didn't see Frozen 2, but which is better, Frozen 1 or Frozen 2?
I'm gonna get in trouble for this. I really didn't love Frozen 2. People loved it. I did not.
See, I've heard a lot of people say they didn't like it, so you're not alone.
I don't know.
And the same thing with Toy Story. I just don't know. Aren't they making
Toy Story 5 now? I don't know why they're doing that.
Running that one in the ground, just absolutely running that one in the ground. Just leave it alone. It was a great while it lasted, but you can do something too much, and that's kind of goes back to the magnets. Everything has an end. Everything comes to an end. Everything good comes to an end, and maybe the magnets are getting close to the end. They just want to do something different now.
Yeah. So that's all I got for Facebook. I don't know if you had anything for Facebook.
Well, I do, but I don't want to leave it right there because that was good, and mine won't be as good.
Okay. So, David, I do have one final bit of big news that was announced today.
This news keeps coming.
Yes. So, at D23 over the summer, they told us we were going to get Monsters, Inc. Monstropolis was coming to Hollywood Studios, and Disney failed to tell us where they were going to put it. And we all speculated because the concept art looked a lot like the Muppet area in Hollywood Studios, but people were like, surely they can't be getting rid of the Muppets. They should be getting rid of Launch Bay because nobody goes to Launch Bay. Surely it's going to be where Launch Bay is. No, today we found out, we got confirmation that Monstropolis is in fact going to be where Muppet Vision 3D is, in that Muppet Square where Pizza Rizzo is and the fountain. I don't know what the what's going to happen to Mama Melrose. I have a feeling Mama Melrose is probably going to get eaten up in this Monstropolis. Maybe they're going to make it Harryhausen's. That's the restaurant that's in Monstropolis. I'm just spitballing. I don't know. Well, but that would make sense.
Stick to the wall, and most of the time, so
that would make sense if they did that. But Monstropolis is taking over Muppet Vision 3D. People are a little upset, but again, like I said about Tom Sawyer Island, I said this in June when we went to see Muppet Vision 3D. Michael, we had a group of 10 of us, and Michael was the only one that wanted to go see Muppets, and everybody else went and did other things. So if in a party of 10, only one person wants to go see Muppet Vision 3D, then it's not a successful attraction anymore. It's not really a relevant attraction anymore. When was the last time you've actually gone to see it when you weren't just trying to kill time or trying to suck up air conditioning, right?
That's true.
Yeah. So it's always got, availability. If you look on the Lightning Lane app, it's kind of silly to even use a Lightning Lane on that kind of thing, but
oh yeah.
But yeah, it's not a, you know, e-ticket attraction anymore. Let's put it that way. So they are going to be knocking it down. But in the press release, they said that they are going to be preserving the film and the props from the building and for future use somewhere. So we may see them again. And we may, and Muppet Vision 3D maybe will make a special appearance. Now I know, like in Epcot, where Pixar, where the Pixar movies are, they've done that. They did a short what's the word I'm looking for? Revival of Captain EO for a few years. So maybe they're just keeping it so that they can do that. So they could put it in other theaters around the parks around the world. Maybe
That's cool.
So
yeah.
So we'll
Repurposed
see.
it. Yeah.
But there was more news, Dave, because Disney taketh away, but Disney also giveth. And yes, and an idea that had been floating around for a while was that there's another attraction at Hollywood Studios whose relevancy has been questioned lately, especially since the band broke up. And most Generation Z Alpha kids don't even know who Aerosmith is anymore. So Aerosmith's Rock and Roller Coaster is going to be reimagined into the Electric Mayhem Band Rock and Roller Coaster.
So cool. I think it's so cool.
It's very cool. So if you don't know, Electric Mayhem Band is Dr. Teeth and Animal and Janice and all of them. And yeah, so it's going to be, but this is not the first. People have floated this idea for years. There were a couple of them. There was like Goofy Movie Powerline and this idea. And I think this idea is a better idea.
Yeah.
So
I have to agree. I think it's going to be really cool.
Yeah. So we may see some of those props from Muppet Vision 3D in the queue for this. Who knows?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think you're right on. Yep. That spitball just stuck again. See?
Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's very exciting, actually. But it's really weird because they released artwork for it. And I said to our friends today, some of our friends, I could have swore I've seen this artwork before. Like Disney had teased this somewhere, but I don't know. But other people said they've never seen this artwork before, but I thought I did. But I came across a very interesting take on the whole situation. A friend of ours, Chris Lucas, he's on Facebook a lot in a lot of the groups, and he's written books about Disney. The Disney Top 10 List, I think, was the name of one of his books. But he wrote, this is one of his Facebook posts. It says, with Aerosmith departing, Disney only has one outside entertainment IP left at Hollywood Studios. The Twilight Zone, which they pay to license from Paramount. Unlike the other major theme park resort, which pays Disney to license two of their properties and is opening a brand new Epic Park next year, where they will have to pay Disney. Disney prefers to keep everything in-house. So that's why I'm betting that the end of Sunset Boulevard and the courtyard is going to be transformed into a new Muppet area to replace the one taken away by Monstropolis. To complete the theming, Tower of Terror will become a Muppet haunted hotel with a more comical storyline, similar to what they did in California with Rocket Raccoon, that is less frightening to children and will make it more appealing. What are your thoughts? Twilight Zone isn't going to leave one way or another. Disney isn't buying Paramount like they did with Fox, Lucasfilm, Pixar, Marvel, and the Muppets. So he thinks that because Disney, the last thing that Disney's paying for in the parks is this licensing to Paramount for the use of the Twilight Zone. So he's thinking, what if they redo Tower of Terror into a Muppet haunted hotel and made it more family friendly?
Well, again, I'm going to have to say, this might not be popular like you say, but I'm digging it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of digging it if they do it.
Now, this is totally off the record. This is just Chris's idea that he's floating, but I think it's a good idea. There is a new villain show that's going in that corner where the Cars, the Lightning McQueen Racing Academy was, but I don't think that villain show is supposed to be a permanent thing. I got the impression that it was just something they were going to be doing and seeing how it did. So it might, maybe they'll put Muppet Vision 3D back there. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Anything new and fresh to keep things going, keep things different, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I mean, we were sad when things left, but when things get replaced by, some things aren't as good as the previous things, but we just change is inevitable in certain things. So we have to embrace it. Change is good sometimes. Yeah.
So like I said, this is not official from Disney. This is just an idea that Chris had written on Facebook. So I think it's a good idea though.
I think so too.
I think it's a very good idea. So we'll have to see. But
other big news, I'm not sure if you heard about this one. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway has been a big flop, and they're going to redo it and change it to something spectacular.
You're full of beans. Right. I didn't hear this news, Dave. And,
they did. That's true. I got an in, and that's what I've been told.
I'm sure. I'll have to call Josh.
Hanover said, "Don't tell anybody," but Hanover, I'm sorry, Hanover, I get you in trouble. But yeah. He said, "Dave, it's a big flop. We made a big mistake, and it's just not going good."
I wish there was a way to connect. There isn't though, to connect Monstropolis to Toy Story Land. The Pixar place, but there isn't.
I know that's another thing they should do. Like I always say, they should connect the Flight of Passage with Navi River Ride somehow. Just make it one spectacular adventure, and then because Navi's so quick, it's so great. I mean, I love Navi River. I love that ride.
What if Sully and Mike came through Andy's closet door?
Oh, see, well, you should be an Imagineer.
I know.
Why don't you put your application in, Toni-Ann?
Because I'm too busy.
Well, they have done things that you have said because they do listen to us. So
I'm sure that's why.
I think you might have.
I'm still waiting for my Aladdin Soarin' ride in Morocco, in the Morocco Pavilion.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for that for a long time.
You never know. Oh, you're gonna go
Magic
apply
carpet.
you're Toni-Ann. You're the Toni-Ann.
Right. Oh,
you
yeah.
Go straight to Hanover's. Go straight to Hanover's office, please.
And it's one of those things where you open the door and you fall out because
a trap door.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, that's exciting news.
Yeah, I'm digging it. I like it. Yeah. Because I'm getting bored with Disney. I'm getting kind of bored. They gotta do stuff. They gotta shake things up. So, do you have any other ideas for them? Any other movies that need attractions or? Well, Coco. Yeah, Coco taking over the Mexican boat ride is kind of a no-brainer. But I was telling somebody recently that I was in line for Three Caballeros, and there were some kids in front of us that I think might have been from South America, and they were getting very excited. The posters are there in the queue, and Panchito. They were getting very excited about Panchito, and I think he may be popular in South America, but that's the impression I got. The kids knew who he was. Yeah. Huh. So no, maybe that's why they. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know. No, Coco. That's just a no-brainer. Coco would be great in there. It would make that place packed, though. Could you imagine the line? That ride is usually a walk. That ride is not set up for fast passes. No, that's the thing. They'd have to do something because if they did that queue goes into the marketplace, and they'd have to redo something. They'd have to take that queue outside, or I don't know. Yeah, they'd have to. I mean, even if it was bad, they'd still have a line. Look at Frozen. Frozen's terrible, and they still have a line on that one. No, it really is. It's not that line for Frozen is like the 8th level of hell. That line inside the actual standby queue for Frozen. Mm-hmm. It's terrible. It's like got all the ropes and the chains and the. I know it's not good. And then you're so disappointed after you get off of it. Like, really, that's it. That was what I waited an hour and a half for. God, get out of
I
here.
think it's a fun ride.
Another one would be Moana, but I know she's got Journey of Water. But if Hey Hey's got they came out with an ice cream, wasn't it ice cream or
Yeah.
something for him?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think if they could do something with Moana, Zootopia,
Zootopia needs some stuff
that would be good. Inside Out 2, Inside Out 2.
Yeah, Inside Out. And people have floated that idea of the Imagination Pavilion being turned into an Inside Out thing. I think Figment's fandom is just too great. And there is a Figment movie being worked on. Let's not forget.
And a Big Thunder Mountain too.
Yeah. So that's maybe going to renew some interest in Figment. So, but yeah, I think that Inside Out would fit into Epcot well somewhere.
I know. Yeah. And then, if they could take a ride, let's take something that like is really like terrible.
That nobody wants to ride?
That nobody wants to ride and do something for the kids because the kids need something. Bambi, something with Bambi in it because we got to go back to the beginning, kind of go back in time because Bambi's so popular,
What?
Yeah. You don't like that idea?
I don't know.
But they could have something in there for the adults, like when the hunter kills mom, or something.
Yeah, that sounds really fun.
Why? They kill somebody in every Disney movie anyway, so what's it matter?
Okay.
Or they could, I don't know. Maybe in the car you run over the mom or something.
Oh, David!
What? She's gonna die anyway. You might as well be part of it. Have some say in it.
That's awful.
Either you can run over or not run over her. That's your.
It's like choose your own adventure.
Yeah. You can take the right or take the left. Which one do you want to take?
Oh my goodness, David!
Going dark here. Going dark.
You're going. Yeah.
How about movies that were? How about movies that were made that were based off of attractions? The
way like Jungle Cruise had a movie and Pirates had a movie long after the rides.
Yeah, there's quite a few. Right? Who else?
Well, now, and there's going to be a Figment movie.
Figment?
You said Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion. Jungle Cruise.
Don't forget Tower of Terror starring Steve Guttenberg. Steve Guttenberg, the finest actor in all of Hollywood history. Yes. Steve Guttenberg.
Oh, the subject a little bit, but I have to tell you, and you probably, I'm sure you've already seen it, but Beekeeper 2 is coming out.
No.
Yeah, you're so excited. I know.
That's great.
And I know you're going to want to go see it, but when you call me and say, Dave, it's out, you want to come? I'm going to say, nah, I think I'll skip that one. Yeah.
I was going to ask you if you wanted to go see Red 1, but now we're going camp. You're going camping. So can't go see Red 1 with Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Tomorrowland. There was a movie.
Tomorrowland with George Clooney. Yeah. I never saw that movie.
No, I haven't seen it either. All have been adapted from Disney parks attractions to feature films. Muppets, Haunted Mansion. That was a TV show, though, right?
Yeah, it was kind of a made-for-TV movie.
Dinosaur. Did I say Country Bear Jamboree?
Country Bear Jamboree was, that was kind of a weird movie.
Mission to Mars. I think I saw.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Anyway, there's been a lot. If I'm missing any, let us know.
Yeah. So there should be a Cali River Rapids movie.
Ooh, that would be cool. Maybe.
I don't know.
And you get sprayed wet when in the movie theater.
In the movie theater, kind of, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, let's make it real. Let's make it life like they do at Disney. Poof, you get air. You get farts in your face. You get all kind of stuff. Smart fart smells.
Nice. We don't have a Beauty and the Beast ride here at in Florida. There's one in Japan.
How dare they?
Yeah. And if the ride vehicles are really cool, they're like teacups. But I would like that here, Beauty and the Beast ride. Maybe they could put it in France. Oh no, we have Remy in France.
Well,
can't do it in France. We do it at Magic Kingdom though. Yeah, I feel like Hollywood needs some love, but it's getting Monstropolis, and it's getting the new and improved Rock and Roller Coaster. So
you say that, but Hollywood Studios in the last 5-10 years has really,
I know, it's got Toy Story Land and Star Wars Land.
I know it's so much now. Yeah.
It needs food. It needs
It's gonna
better
have
food.
Okay, well, I know, but we've talked about this before. I know that. Right. I know. You're
So
right.
Harryhausen's in Monsters Inc. That's a sushi restaurant, which would be good.
Yeah, but you gotta.
It's a cuisine. I know it's got to be good though. It's
Yeah, you got to do
not be-
sushi right. You got to do sushi right. If you do it
Yeah.
bad, then you're blowing it.
Yeah.
If you do fast food sushi, that's like
Mhm.
buying sushi at Publix. It just does it. No,
Dominic gets it all the time.
I know, we do too. Well, we used to, but we don't as much as we used to. But we used to get it quite a bit too.
They made a Muppets area. The Swedish Chef could have a restaurant.
Okay, I like that.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I think the possibilities are endless for that. There's so much they can do, and they're so popular. There's adults love them, kids love them. We all love it. It's gonna be great. I think.
I really hate that they scrapped the Great Muppet Movie Ride, which was going to be a sister ride to the Great Movie Ride, and it was going to be the Muppets in scenes from famous movies like Frankenstein and yeah.
I'm gonna circle back like you do a lot.
Okay. Yeah. I circle back.
To Inside Out 2.
Yeah.
That when I was doing research for Frozen
Mhm.
and how much money it made, Inside Out 2, I think
Yeah.
it was not the first
Yeah.
one. Like
The
Inside Out
second
2.
one. The second one made more.
Oh my god, I think it's the highest grossing movie of all time for Disney. 4.5.
It was a really good movie, and people were excited to go see it. And I mean, Michael talked about it for months, and he sat in the theater mesmerized, and it was really, really good.
Yeah, 4.5 billion, I believe it made so far. And you want to know something, Toni-Ann?
Yeah, you've never
I
seen
have
it.
never seen it.
Have you seen Inside Out 1?
No,
You need to see those.
I know.
I think the second one's better than the first one. In this case, they're good. They're good, and there's no singing, so you don't have to worry about, people singing at each other.
The singing was okay. I don't mind some of the sing. Some of the singing is good, but when you sing a conversation, you've just blown it for me. Don't sing your conversation to me.
Okay.
Like, yeah, that's.
So you're not going to see Wicked with me either.
No.
Then.
And Jen,
No.
did you see the comment that Jen Batchelder put on Facebook
No.
about the song? I made a mistake that the song about fixing him. What's it called?
He's a fixer-upper.
The fixer-upper. Yeah. She said that was the song that was the mistake in the movie.
Oh.
And that's true. I mean, I didn't mind that one so much. That was okay. He did, not that he needed a lot of fixing up because he was fine the way he was. He likes to pee in the woods. We all like to pee in the woods. I like to pee in the woods. I think you should pee in the woods all the time. Yeah, if you get the chance. So,
and you're going to be doing that this weekend.
I'm going to do plenty of peeing in the woods coming this Thanksgiving. Yes.
Yes.
This won't fill my tank up. Why fill my tank up when I can just go outside and pee? Less the dump when I have to dump it.
Oh, David.
Okay.
I think we have a Thanksgiving weekend coming up here, and we want to thank the thing we're thankful for is our listeners. Thank you for supporting us for all these years, and you keep coming back every week. Sometimes I don't know why.
I don't know. I've been watching our numbers and they're going down, down, down. So something's not right. I don't know. And happy Thanksgiving. Hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving, and don't eat turkey. Leave the turkeys alone. Eat something else. Eat some chicken wings. Eat a hamburger. I say we go on a no turkey Thanksgiving.
But if you do go to Disney and have a turkey leg, bring a Ziploc bag and freeze the legs and make soup out of them.
Yeah, make some chicken broth. Yeah.
There you go.
What?
Michael's agreeing. Michael wants to go, so.
All right, Mike, Toni-Ann.
What?
I guess that's going to do it for this week's Disney Crush podcast. So until next week, say goodbye, Mike.
What?
Michael, say goodbye. Goodbye, what? He said. All right.
What?
Have a good week, everyone.
What? What?
Turkey and truth has spoken!
Put a check on that. Can you do that, Dave? Can you put a check on that one?